Well, hoka hey there, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita live stream of September the 23rd, 2022. Alita versus the Predator. Who wins? Where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, the Muskogee Creek from Denver, Colorado. And with us, we have Lee from Fountain, Colorado. How's it going, Lee?
Oh, pretty good. How's it going?
Nice. And from Mentor, Ohio, we have Chaos Nova. How's it going, Chaos?
Excellent.
Cool. Yeah, I missed a lot of your streaming and a lot of your stuff you did this past week because I was kind of working on having to work a little bit later than normal. So anyway, sorry about that, Chaos.
That was mostly just released. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I had the Hangout so you can go watch them for Cowboy Bebop. And
yeah, I saw that. I saw the notifications come up on it. So yeah. Cool.
But the lore video from this week, that's from last week. That wasn't a live. That was just a presentation I made up myself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, we'll go check that out and go check out Chaos Nova's channel on YouTube, everybody, if you want to see that.
And next week is the showcase. Week after next. After next is the showcase.
Showcase. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to make that one. So anyway. Okay, folks. I guess we can go ahead and get started. We're going to kind of, just kind of do a little bit of a sidetrack here before that. But this is a topic that I've kind of wondered about for the past couple of months. I really haven't put anything together on it in terms of videos and stuff like that. And you guys all know that many times I do these versus type videos between Alita and other characters in other IPs. And I try to be as objective as I can be, but you guys know Alita is like #1 in all of our hearts. So it's hard to be objective. But I think this one, we're going to be able to figure it out pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm worried about, is I'm worried this wouldn't last the full time. I'm almost here like maybe we could talk about like Battle Beast from Image Comics or something.
Yeah, well, that would be a good subject for a future stream for sure.
I was going to mention the Image Comics characters, but I got a little busy with things going on.
Yeah, well, how would Alita fit in with the Guardians of the Globe? That'd be a pretty interesting topic, I think. We've done that with the Justice League and the Avengers, so I mean, hey, why not?
Right.
Okay, well, anyway, we're going to talk about Alita, against several predators. Now, we're not going to go over all of the predators. There is something like 8 different predator subspecies, and I think we're going to hit like 5 of them, something like that, because 3 of them are really not, they really don't have any technology or anything like that. Like the proto predator, as an example, is a kind of a predator that was in way back in history and that kind of thing, and these other predators sort of evolved from that. So that's just an example. So we're going to pretty much concentrate on those predators that are basically have some technology with them and that kind of thing. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody to go and check out if you have not, I bet everybody on this stream has already signed this petition, but we want to try to get this to 200,000 signatures if we can. And I see you out there, Vladi. How's it going? I see Dr. Destinova out there too. So cool. And David Alexandra, good to have you guys in the chat. But anyway, if we can get this thing up to 200,000 signatures, I think that might give us a little more ammunition with Disney in terms of putting together a sequel and we don't want an and a series. So, go out there, and if you haven't signed the petition, please do that. And you can see now we've got 176. This was before the stream here, probably around, probably 2 or 3 hours ago. It's where it was 176, 751 signatures. So we're approaching 177,000. And just a reminder, so everybody knows that this is kind of a worthy thing, that we could get results from this, that the Snyder Cut folks got their version of the Snyder Cut released with just 170,000 signatures. So we actually have more signatures than they do when they got the Snyder Cut. So that's what we're after. We want Alita to be noticed. We want to keep her current. We want Disney to know that we want to see more Alita content. Anything about that, you guys?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into the primary topic here, and that's going to be Alita versus the Predator. Now, it says the Predator. I think it's like 4 or 5 I've got set up that we could just have like a general discussion about the Predator. And I think that particular Predator is the fugitive Predator, I think. And we'll get to some of that in a little bit. But anyway, this particular Predator you see on here is actually, oh, Angelus just joined us. It's got human DNA in him, that particular Predator does. So how's it going, Angelus, from Brisbane in Queensland, Australia?
Not too good this morning. I've got my hot cup of English breakfast tea. I opened up my copy of the LA Times, and what do I see on page 3? Some crazy fandom pushing their sequel.
Yeah, damn those guys. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that was, yeah, we were pretty proud of that last week, I think, or was that week before? Week before, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty proud of that thing, you know, and I don't know how much money we got in that thing now. I haven't been tracking it, but every dime we get above the $7,824 US, we're going to put that toward some other, you know, worthy cause, I think. So anyway,
well,
welcome
actually,
aboard.
the one thing I am disappointed about is the fact that my webcam, I can't find my webcam, because then I literally would have shown live on stream the actual paper itself, which is kind of cool. It's weird having an international newspaper down here.
Good luck with that.
How many hoops did you have to jump through to get that, Angelus?
Just one, and I had to ask Charlie Schmidt really, really, really nicely.
Yeah, that's right, Vladdy. Oh, go ahead, Angelus.
I was just going to say, I just asked him to send me a copy, and I think later that day, I just shipped another $99 onto the thing prior to the like the cutoff date.
Yeah, and that's right, Vladdy. That crazy elite army, we will not stop. We will not. I mean, no, you know, these guys, if they don't like hearing this, that's tough. We don't care. So anyway,
is it weird that I'm hearing Vladdy's accent literally saying, "We don't want to," like what he's typing? Hint, hint. Get on the stream, Vlad.
Yeah, Vladdy. So anyway, getting back to the topic here, I guess, with Alita versus the Predator. Like I said, I think we're going to be going over 4 or 5 different Predators. Now, I haven't seen all the Predator movies, and I got a little extra on a couple of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them that I have seen.
You've probably seen enough. I mean, it's just questionable because there's so many, like there's this huge collection of comic books on Predator that it gets a little absurd.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was even one comic book that I saw years ago where the Predator actually fought Batman. So that was kind of interesting, I think. I think the Predator actually captured Batman, and Batman got away before he had his spine ripped out, I guess, or something like that. But I don't know how that goes. So anyway. But, yeah, we're going to go over how Alita would do against the 5 I've picked out. And, you know, I think you guys, I don't think you'll be surprised, you know, about some of the analysis that I did. And I'll get some of the folks on the panel here to also chip in their 2 bits. but both of these characters are technically aliens. The Predator itself they're from another star system, and certainly Alita is from Mars. So technically, neither one of these two are Earthlings. So so it's alien versus alien, I guess, sort of. How's it going, Bloody, from the Shires in England?
Hey guys, thought I'd join as Angelus was begging. I won't have much to contribute because I haven't seen that many Predator movies, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I mean, what else?
I've seen
What else are
Prey.
you gonna do, Roddy?
I'm not even sure I've seen the first Predator, to be honest, but I'll probably get like cancelled for not seeing that. So
Nah, the first Predator movie was good. I mean, I like that one too.
I feel like I've seen enough like memes and stuff from it to like just know what happens anyway.
Yeah, well, I've seen, say, 4 of them, maybe 5, and the ones I've seen have been pretty good. Now, I've heard a couple of folks say that a particular Predator movie wasn't so hot and another one wasn't so hot. There was one Predator movie where that was actually set here in Colorado. So that was kind of, I think that was called Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem or something like that.
I played the Aliens versus Predator game. That was like proper scary. That's probably like the one game that's actually made me really scared.
Cool.
There was this like motion sensor thing, and it was just like terrifying. And it suddenly started beeping, and it was getting closer and closer, and you had no idea where it was.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention one thing. I'm really surprised that Angelus is drinking English tea. That really surprised me when he said that. So an Aussie drinking English tea. I don't know how that's going to work, but
is it in honor of our beloved Queen?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I could have, like Vladi, it's not like I have anything else better to do today.
Oh.
What's that supposed to be?
Oh, wait. I can go and watch Avatar.
Oh, you're just rubbing salt in my wound because the bloody cinema screwed up my screening.
Well, they'll let you go see it again a different time, won't they, Bloody?
Yeah, I can go see it tomorrow.
Oh,
well, assuming it's not broken then as well.
Yeah.
I reckon they just didn't bother selling because it's got like all the fancy high frame rates and stuff. So they just were like leaving it till the last minute to set up the screen. And then they were like, oh shit, we don't have enough time to set it up now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch the movie myself again before the sequel comes out in December, just so I, just make sure I don't miss anything in the sequel, So that's going to be pretty cool.
What's funny is I'll most likely end up watching it a second time before Vladi even rewatches it the first time.
When are you watching it a second time?
In about 4 hours.
Well, yeah, then you will, obviously.
Yeah.
In what, the same format or a different format?
Same format, 3D, IMAX.
Oh, are you just going to watch it every day or something?
Well, Angelus, don't stick the knife in Bloody too deep now, because he.
I know.
I mean, like, it's not that deep a cut. I'm not like a massive Avatar stan as much as I like the movie, but it's not like Alita for me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going here with this particular discussion. And I guess we've seen a version of this slide over and over and over. Not in a few months, though, because we haven't done too many of these versus things lately. But just to make everybody, or just remind everybody about our girls' capabilities, which most of the people on this stream don't need a lot of remembrance on this, but Alita, and we're, by the way, we're going to do this only in her berserker body, because if she's in her Imaginos body, she's going to take any of these predators within fractions of a second. So, I mean, it's not, wouldn't be fair, I think, to put any of the predators up against Alita in her Imaginos body, because that's...
yeah, I think that Imaginos body is basically an I win button at this case.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the body, I win. So anyway, but so we'll put her in the berserker body. Now, we're not going to be sticking strictly to the movie, because the movie, we didn't get a lot of how would you say, information about the berserker body itself. We saw her in the berserker body basically walk around with a boy, play some motorball, which she did very well, by the way. and take out the Centurions and take out Gerwishka and Vector. So, which is quite, I guess that is quite a lot, now that you mention it. But in terms of Alita herself, she does have superhuman strength. And what I mean by that, I don't mean she's just stronger than humans. She's stronger than humans by an order of magnitude. I mean, I've been able to calculate what her basal strength is, or estimate her basal strength, and it's on the order of being able to bench press, 3,200 pounds, and curl 800 pounds, and squat 2,400 pounds, stuff like that. I mean, that is just unimaginably strong. No person on earth can do that. Now, granted, she's a movie character. We know this, but if you want to take the movie at face value for what it is, then Alita does have superhuman strength. I would like to remind folks too, though, that Alita is not a superhero. She has superhero level ability, but she's not, she's not a superhero herself. She's extremely durable, and by that, one of the things that helps that, of course, is we saw when Gerwishka punctured her with that grind cutter, that she was able to heal within just a few seconds, from that, because of the nanotechnology she had.
That magical body.
Yeah, that's right. That magical, very beautiful body, actually. So
indeed, the adaptable berserker body.
Yeah, as Bloody points out to us several times. But she is very durable, very tough is what she is. In terms of speed, I calculated in the movie itself that she can run, or her average velocity in that movie was like 125 miles an hour, or 200 kilometers per hour is what it was. But in that body, she, if they stick with the manga, she's going to be able to run, at speeds approaching Mach 7. So, I mean, that, in case you don't know what that is, that's nearly 5,000 miles an hour. That's crazy fast right there.
What's 5,000 miles an hour?
Velocity for a low orbit. So an orbit of around 100. In miles, it's 100 to 200 miles, but in kilometers, multiplied by 1.6.
Yeah, so it's like 8,000 kilometers per hour is what it is. So,
right. So kilometer. So it'd be like, let's see, 17,500 is low orbit. So that's miles per hour. So yeah,
not quite orbital velocity, but close. I mean, really close. I think orbital velocity is like 5 miles per second. Something like that.
It depends on how high an orbit it is.
That's right.
Space shuttle altitude is 17,500. Now for geosynchronous orbit, it's over 24,000 miles per hour to stay geosynchronous.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So anyway, with all of that numbers being thrown around there, we'll just say she's fast as hell. That's all we can say about that one.
Faster than a Predator.
That's right.
Definitely.
And she has very fast reflexes, as we saw when that Centurion shot that bullet at her from a distance of about 30 feet. She deflected that bullet, which also is a tribute to her strength too, because that bullet, I was able to estimate or measure the caliber of that bullet. It was a 100 caliber bullet. So that's pretty freaking badass right there, because I don't know if anybody has ever heard a 50 caliber, Lee, you probably have heard a 50 caliber machine gun go off. Well, a 100 caliber bullet has 4 times the kinetic energy of a 50 caliber. So for her to be able to deflect a bullet like that with that Damascus blade says something about her strength. And the fact that she was able to deflect it like she did. She has reflexes on the order of 5 to 10 milliseconds, which is like over 200 times faster than a human. So that is stupid fast reflexes right there, and that's in a berserker body. And
plus,
of course,
with a big eyes, maybe she can see him when he's like invisible.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Actually,
we'll get to that. Yeah,
some characters in the series could see because they're blind or they don't see stuff that's visible.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that. We'll get to the Predator's invisibility. It's not quite invisibility because you can. There were instances in the movies where the people were able to see where he was. They couldn't see him, but they could see kind of an outline or something because of the refraction of the light and stuff. We'll get to that. But it's pretty close to total invisibility, at least. Of course, being a cyborg, she has great stamina, you know, so she could run. Like, for instance, she was going to run. She could actually run until one of her legs fall off. I mean, and being a cyborg, that's going to take a long time. I mean, she could probably run across the country, you know, without any kind of damage to her limbs or anything like that, or her legs. She's extremely old. We see there over 300 years. And you remember that scene in the movie? You mean I'm 300 years old? Yes, sweetheart, you are. And that look on her face was great. She does have advanced nanotechnology. And remember, this is like 300 years in the future. So, you know, or 200 years, I guess it would be 500. Yeah, it'd be about 200 years in the future because she had that technology during the fall, which was 300 years before the movie, where the movie was set. That self-modification thing right there, that's pretty much attributable, a lot of that, to her rapid self-healing. But this is a subconscious thing. She doesn't have to think about healing herself. Like, for instance, if she gets a cut, if it was a human type cut, she doesn't have to stitch herself up. You know, she doesn't have to put a Band-Aid on or anything like that. Her systems automatically repair the injury. So and she doesn't have to think about it. It just does it, you know, so that's kind of a cool capability right there. Granted, she has that plasma weapon, and she does not need that sword to activate that plasma weapon. You could see her left hand there is also shining blue. That's because there's plasma on that too. So if you somehow manage to get that sword away from the Damascus blade away from her, and good luck with that one. But if you did somehow imagine, you know, we're able to do that, you're not out of the woods yet in terms of that plasma weapon, because if she can punch you with her fist enveloped in plasma, and you just be done. She knows Panzerkunst, which is an extremely effective fighting style. Now, it is fought against other cyborgs, but it would be extremely effective against, you know, humans or any kind of alien that was a kind of a flesh type of creature. Even though Panzerkunst is really meant for cyborgs to fight against cyborgs, if she punched you like she would punch a cyborg, and she punched you, a human, you would probably explode, is what you would do. You know, there's Dizzy out there. Hey, Diz, how's it going, man?
Hey, Dizzy. Are you drinking English tea today too?
I bet Dizzy's not drinking English tea.
Probably drinking.
I thought it was mandated by the Australian government in honor of the Queen.
A public holiday was mandated.
Did you get one as well?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Well, we are still part of the monarchy, so.
I think you mean
Aussie tea. It's called VB. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what...
no denying that there.
Okay, anyway, getting back to Alita, the Panzerkunst is going to be a very superior fighting style. Certainly, she doesn't need weapons for that either. And we all know our girl. She is extremely objective-oriented, and, you know, she just, I mean, she wants to hit a target. She's going to hit it. She's going to do whatever it takes, you know, so the perseverance and determination is there. And that one right there might be one of her best qualities, I think. You know, and of course, she identifies herself as human, even though she's probably 98% machine. Her brain, you know, is human, and she still, thinks of herself as a human. She identifies more with humans than she does with machines. So anyway, that's our girl in a nutshell right there. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything?
The best, and this is exactly the reason why I was worried we wouldn't make 2 hours.
Well, we won't go. Well, I don't know. We might go 2 hours if the creek don't shut his mouth. So anyway, but did I miss anything, guys? Is anything maybe it could be added to that?
Yes.
Ooh, woo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that going for it. Our girl does, doesn't she?
Oh, she is much more attractive than a predator. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
take that mask off.
That's right. So anyway, that's her. That's our girl right there, the one we want to get that sequel for. Okay, let's talk about the Predator now. And the Predator is an alien. It's called the Alita species. Predators are stronger than humans, but they are not an order of magnitude stronger than humans. They're probably stronger than the strongest human, you know, but not, when I say order of magnitude, I'm talking like 10 times, you know, something like that. So they're not that, at least in the movies I saw, they weren't. Now I haven't seen Prey. I'm going to see that though. I've heard some good stuff about it. So I'm going to watch that. But my sense is yeah, they're much stronger than humans, but they're not light years stronger than humans. They're very tough. So they're a durable, you know, they're a durable creature for sure. They can be injured. And like humans, if they're injured, they can self-heal, but it takes a long time, you know, just like humans. So in other words, he doesn't have this rapid healing capability that, say, Alita has. They are.
Yeah, they have to.
Go ahead, Lee.
I was just going to say, yeah, they have to administer first aid to themselves just like a human would. But theirs is pretty advanced, if rather brutal form of first aid.
Yeah. Well, if in the first two Predator movies, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the one with Danny Glover, they had to render first aid to themselves. So this wasn't a subconscious thing like Alita has to repair herself.
Yeah, it wasn't automatic.
Yeah, it's not automatic.
Yeah, it was the same in Prey as well.
Yeah. So, you know, so they can be injured severely, you know. Now they are tough as hell. I mean, and I saw a trailer in Prey, and when I say stronger than humans too, there was that one scene I saw in the trailer where this Predator actually killed this bear and was holding the bear up above its head. Now I don't know if, you know, bears can weigh they can be pretty heavy, pretty big.
Well, that one also was looked like a brown bear, and those tend to be pretty good size. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go like 600 or 800 pounds. So that's pretty freaking strong right there, you know. Now I don't know about how they would do with a grizzly, you know, a fight, you know, and well, first of all, you know, a predator, I don't know if a predator could beat a bear just, you know, without their weapons, you know, that'd be one thing, you know, but.
Right. But there's the killing for pride. And there's also just the fact that it's implied that they eat some kind of meat. I mean, in Predator 2, you saw him, he had his hideout inside the freezer with all the, you know, with all the steak and such. Yeah. No, it seems to be implied that they're carnivorous.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's really, humans is an act of pride, you know, to show that you're good at it. But but something like a bear, you'd probably just kill it to eat it.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, in terms of speed, they're fast, but they're about the same speed as humans. They may be somewhat faster than humans, but it's not a lot. You know, they're on the same, they're in the same ballpark with humans, as they would say. And so are their reflexes. They have pretty good reflexes too, you know, but nothing like 5 to 10 milliseconds like Alita has, you know. They're closer to humans in terms of that. Now, that said, they do have some pretty good stamina. Now, I would say that a predator doesn't have the kind of stamina that, say, Alita or any other cyborg would have, because they're mostly machine. If they're a total replacement cyborg, certainly they are. Whereas this creature is a flesh and blood creature. So they can get tired, you know, and they can get injured and stuff like that. So, but that said, they are pretty damn durable. That's for sure. They have a lot of stamina. Now, the longevity thing in terms, I don't know for sure how old these creatures get to be, but I do know in Predator 2, and I think they kind of played back to this in Prey, where that one Predator threw that old pistol to Danny Glover, and it had the date 1715 on it. And if I'm not, and if any of you have seen Prey already, correct me on this, but I think, wasn't that the same pistol that Predator had in the movie Prey? Maybe not, I don't know, but
there was something about that I saw, but I couldn't remember the original reference, so it went over my head.
Yeah, but anyway, that one Predator in Predator 2, though, having that pistol that had 1715 on it, that tells me that creature is probably 300 years old, you know, at least 300 years old, or maybe 400 years old, something like that. So it's you know, on the same order of magnitude as Alita, in terms of Alita being very old herself. You know, they do have advanced technology for sure, because any species that can do interstellar space travel is going to have pretty advanced technology, and chief among that, or a pretty important part of that, is going to be their practical invisibility. Now, when I say practical invisibility, they're not invisible like they're just not there, because there are a couple of cases in the movies to where, like Predator 1, that one Indian guy, his name was Danny, that was his name in the movie, he could actually see, it's kind of like a translucent like outline, you know, because he told Arnold Schwarzenegger there's something in those trees.
Oh, you mean Billy Nice Guy from the first film? That was Billy.
Yeah, Billy, that's right. Yeah. And I think
Billy was Navajo. I'm not sure, though. I need to check it out again.
Yeah. I don't think he was Creek, but anyway, yeah. But and then in the second,
definitely nothing like Creek.
That's right. But in the second movie, Danny Glover could actually see him too. I mean, he probably thought it was a kind of like a mirage or something glitch in his brain or something, but he did see something, you know. So he's not totally invisible. He's close, you know, but he's not completely invisible. And that's probably a limit due to the technology itself, you know, being able to be completely invisible. And that would be pretty hard to pull off. They do have advanced weaponry. And of course, that plasma cannon, you see that on his shoulder there, is a part of that. But they do have a lot of different edged weapons. Like you can see on his right arm there, he's got those blades that are coming out of there. And they also have, you know, some kind of throwing weapons they can do that are extremely sharp, you know, that they can, and they're guided, you know, they're like intelligent weapons. So, you know, that's pretty.
Alita could just swat them all away quite easily.
Well, you're getting ahead of me now, Blotty.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right, man. But anyway, these predators are extremely skilled hunters. I mean, you know, if they go after a prey, 99% of the time, they are going to get the prey, you know.
Yeah, I liked how they showed in Prey, the latest one, how they showed them like watching like what they were going to hunt and seeing if they were worthy. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway, in terms of the Predator itself, guys, any of you have seen the Predator movies, did I miss anything? Is there anything we need to add to this?
I don't think so. I haven't seen that.
I think that was absent temporarily, but he did seem to have, in the second film, he did seem to have multiple types of night vision, I guess, because he was the freezer, and at first those guys were wearing insulated suits to try and hide their heat, but then he changed it, and then he saw them when he was wondering, okay, I hear these guys, but I'm not seeing them, and so he changed his vision mode, and then he saw them.
Yeah. So anyway, he's these creatures. Well, I tell you, I wouldn't want one hunting me. That's for sure.
I think the other interesting thing is that they seem to have taken things from other creatures. Yeah. I mean, in multiple Predator movies, you see that they have a xenomorph or alien body parts. Like in Predators, there's the whip that's made from a xenomorph tail, and there's obviously a head that was in the trophy room in the second film.
Yeah, that's that Pred alien, isn't it?
Well, that was in the Alien vs. Predator movies, which they don't acknowledge, but the xenomorphs do exist in the Predator universe, given that they use, body parts. But
yeah, they cross that over in that one movie, Alien vs. Predator, I think.
True.
Yeah, that's right.
But they also have hunting dogs in Predators, which is funny because that's another Rodriguez movie that he directed as well.
Yep, he did. That's right.
So they have their own kind of dogs, but
that was man, I'll tell you, that just shows you that Rodriguez could direct an Alita sequel. I mean, he's directed a Star Wars series. He's directed certainly Alita. He's directed
Spy Kids.
Yes, Spy Kids. He's directed Predators. I mean, holy crap, the guy's got some he's got some versatility, man. This guy's he can do this, And
he did the Faculty as well, which I loved when I was younger. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, and he also had a hand in that movie, one with the vampires, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah, that was
wicked. He and I guess he and the director in that,
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino. That's right. So
I wish he'd come back and do the sequel.
Yes,
but I think we have to wait for Cameron. Sadly, I mean it'll be great, but it just means a long, long wait.
I just hope he does it for I'm 120. That's all. So anyway.
Me too.
Yeah. So anyway, these Predators are a force to be reckoned with. That's for sure. And I think, one thing I would say, Chaos kind of touched on a while ago. They do have in that helmet they wear the ability to see in different frequencies of light or electromagnetic radiation. But when you take their helmet off, they're vision impaired. So if you remember when he was fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Dutch Schaefer, he took his helmet off to fight Dutch because I guess he figured it'd be fair, if he did that, because they do have a sense of fairness about him in a way, And it's like it was his vision was blurry and kind of it was kind of bright in some areas and not so bright in others. And it was kind of heavily leaning toward the infrared, and it wasn't like what we see, at least what we saw in the movie. So when they don't have that helmet on, they are vision impaired. Now, this is the jungle hunter, which we're going to talk about that. The other aliens or the other predators, rather, may be a little different. So. Okay, let's talk about the first one that we think that Alita would fight against, and that's that one called the Feral Predator. Yeah, that's from the movie Prey. This one is, and this critter is pretty badass right here. And that's a subspecies of all the predators. There's like 8 different species of these things, and they're all from that Yaltra homeworld, but this one here is, I think this was back in the early 1700s when this predator right here fought against not just an Indian tribe, but also some of the white men that were there, that were, I guess, doing. I haven't seen a movie yet, but this guy fought against them too, and it was extremely effective, obviously. And I think, now I haven't seen the movie, and somebody can help me out, Bloody, maybe you, if you've seen it. They do have some technology, right? But it's not quite as advanced as what we saw in some of the other Predator movies. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he had some kind of tracking thingy, didn't he? Some kind of gizmo.
Yeah.
And obviously his helmet, his mask thing came off, and then he was a bit stuffed after that.
Yeah.
Oh, she took it and she used it against him, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, so I'm going
yeah.
to see it.
My memory's a bit foggy.
Yeah. Now, this is a, as we say down south, this is a critter. This is a flesh and blood creature. So this guy can be injured and killed, for sure. I mean, he's not a cyborg in any way. I guess some would argue that if he wore that helmet and you got all that technology integrated into you, technically you're a cyborg. But he's not but they're not cyborgs like Alita is. Where the connections between her brain and the rest of her body are intimate, like that. So, anyway, this guy here he's pretty bad news. And did any of you also see the movie Prey? Lee or Chaos or Angelus, have you seen the movie Prey?
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see it. Certainly, because anytime it's got Indians in it and beating up on the white man, I like seeing that. No.
It's pretty good.
I've actually rock recently,
but on the Frenchies, which obviously as a Brit I love as well.
Cool. Yeah,
they'll have Turok versus Predator in comics, so that's an idea. Well, Turok is a Native American character, and it's funny because they made a couple of video games of it where you play as him. I live streamed one a while ago.
Well, they made a game called Prey, didn't they?
They did. It wasn't quite related.
Yeah, it wasn't Predator though. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, these guys are bad news. Now I would say this about this guy. He was, now from what I understand. Now, by the way, I did see one review of this movie, and the one of the sentences that stuck out with me, which makes me want to see it, was that, oh, so this is what a good Predator movie looks like. So I got to watch it now.
I saw the one before this, and yeah, it was pretty stupid. It was kind of entertaining though, even though it was really dumb.
Yeah. Well, I really
lots of like dumb humor and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was part of the
entertainment. Black. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this woman here is a American Indian woman, and she from my understanding she ends up beating him, but what's her name, Naru or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So anyway,
I haven't thought about it for a couple of months now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna see it, because anytime I see Native Americans getting ahead, I like to see that. But anyway,
don't you have Disney Plus?
Well, I'll let you play. I'll let you play Truck sometime. You might like that.
Is this on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Well, why? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Why are they releasing another Predator movie when they can release Alita?
I don't know. They're just like marginalizing Alita because they're bastards. It's my theory.
God Almighty. Well, I mean, I'm sure this is a good movie, and I'm going to see it. But come on, guys. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
It's more violent than Alita is.
Yeah. Oh, now I know I got to see it. So
you're in America, right? So I guess it's on Hulu, not Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, that's right. It wouldn't be on Disney Plus. That's right.
Everywhere else is on Disney Plus, but America's got that weird Hulu thing going on.
Well, Disney owns Hulu,
Yeah, they should just combine them already.
Well, they might one day. The only problem with Hulu is you got to watch commercials. So anyway,
even if you pay for it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So. So yeah, I'm going to watch this. Of course, I understand that Alita. I guess the movie Alita is going to be. I think I saw a tweet by Charlie Smith that Alita was going to be re-released on. Was it Hulu or one of them on here? I'm not sure. So,
no, he said it's airing on. He was doing his usual. Oh, it's airing on FX for like the 500th time.
Oh, that's right.
He said it's been on there for like about a year now, so maybe it'll move to Hulu. It was his point, but it might not. Probably just stay on FX forever and ever and ever.
Jesus.
Can't believe James Cameron is letting Disney do this to her.
Hoka hey and good day, Dizzy.
What's going on?
I was hoping you'd tell us.
Yeah, not much, mate.
How are things
Not
down
much.
there?
Not much does happen with Dizzy anyway.
Exactly.
How are things down in Tassie?
Yeah, kind of wet today, mate.
Oh, is it raining down there? Is it, or snowing?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Prey, Dizzy?
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we got two people on here that says it's a good movie, so I got to watch it now for sure.
Have you not seen Angelus?
I have seen it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's third or fourth. No, fourth on on my list of Predator movies that I like. Love to watch.
Okay.
So.
Well, anyway, from what I know, this American Indian woman beats this Predator. So, we keep that in the back of our minds when we start coming toward the end of this, and we figure out how Alita is going to do against Predators. Personally, I think Alita would take this Predator out pretty easy, even in a berserker body.
Same. She'd see her. She'd see his like footsteps, and even if he was invisible, and just get her sword and go berserker mode and just cut him in half.
What if he had a bar of chocolate?
Then she'd be like, "Oh God." Get weak at the knees.
The only way I see Predators as being so formidable is if somehow, like, I don't know, Destiny Noah found him and gave him collapser weapons.
Yeah.
That's true. Nova might add something to the mix.
Yeah.
Just to mess with her.
Anyway, I think Alita would take this critter out, within a few seconds, I think, if they were getting a fight. I mean, it wouldn't, from what I understand, this fight between these two was a little protracted. Of course, she was only armed with a bow and arrow from what I remember, but
the machine body is too powerful.
Yeah.
They're only used to pathetic meat boys.
Yeah.
And girls. Sorry, we've got the prey one now.
Oh, that's all right.
The Predator's green meat.
Yeah, that's right. Green blood and green meat. Yeah. So anyway, the Creek thinks that Alita would take care of this Predator pretty easy, I think.
Indeed.
What do you guys? What do you think, Angelus? You saw it too. You and Dizzy both saw it.
It like if the Predator fucks around for too much or for too long, then the leader's got him beat.
Yeah.
It might become more of an even fight if he tries to take her out quickly, but then he's got her reflexes to worry about.
Yeah.
The Predator would probably like stay invisible, and Alita might not notice him for a while. So he could come up with some kind of strategy to get one up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he got the drop on her, maybe.
Maybe he's got some kind of gizmo that is like an electromagnetic pulse or something and like knocks out her body, and then she'd be really stuffed.
Well, considering the damage those plasma cannons they have can do, it probably could mess her up pretty bad if he gets a good hit on her.
Yeah.
Because those things are highly destructive.
Yeah,
she'd be too quick.
Yeah, I think if she knew it was coming, she would get out of the way pretty quickly, I think. So, but if he got the drop on her, though, that'd be another story,
Yeah, it's like I was saying. That's what I kind of meant is like if he were lucky enough to manage to get like a long range shot that she didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it kind of depends. I mean, it varies from film to film because in the first film, he was stalking them or following them around to just see, okay, how tough are these guys before I start taking them all out?
Yeah.
And I don't know, the second film felt a lot like Harrigan or the guy played by Danny Glover was pretty fortunate. But the second one was a lot more teamwork because the agent, took a hit from the Predator on purpose to save, so that maybe Harrigan might actually be able to stop him. So he took the bullet for him in a way of speaking, so Harrigan might win.
Well, my thought here on this guy is if a Stone Age human can beat him, just think of what a human that's going to be like, you know, in this case, 800 years in the future of this with that technology. This guy's not going to stand a chance unless he has a drop on her. You know,
no, but this particular one, yeah, from what I understand, they will tend to downgrade their equipment to put them more on an even footing with whatever they happen to be hunting.
Yeah.
Similar to how I probably want to, you know, how I might just say, hey, I'm not going to shoot a deer with a rifle. I'll just try a bow instead.
Yeah, so if they're aware of Alita's capabilities and one of them goes hunting her, then they might go all out with all the advanced stuff they've got.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard this predator in this movie was a young one. Didn't have as much experience as the older ones.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the case with Predator 2 also.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that predator that Danny Glover fought was kind of in training, I think, wasn't he?
Just a young whippersnapper.
That's right.
It's a convenient way to make them like on a more even footing with the puny humans.
Yes.
Well, it kind of makes sense. The more experienced and stronger ones probably wouldn't waste their time on a human.
Yeah, they'd find another planet with stronger aliens.
Maybe a hive of xenomorphs.
Like
Davo.
Okay, so now we got this guy, the jungle hunter. Now this is well, that's what I've seen they've called him. He's also, he was in the city too, for sure. He was in Los Angeles, you know, but this is the predator that Arnold Schwarzenegger's character and Danny Glover's character fought.
Actually, they would have to be two different predators because this one died in the first movie.
Oh yeah, but in terms of the species.
Oh, that's a type.
Yeah, same species, right? But the guy self-destructed him in the first one.
Yeah.
So same classification of predator.
Now these guys here, I think, are more. I think they're better fighters and hunters than the feral predator. So, but not having seen that Prey movie, I don't know if those, I guess Dizzy or Vladi or Angelus or Lee or any of you guys that have seen both these movies, what do you think? Is that, do you think that this particular predator right here or predator type is a better fighter, hunter, etc. than the feral predator?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen Prey yet, so I really couldn't say.
Yeah. This guy here is pretty badass, though. I mean, he took out 2 elite combat units, you know, special operations units. You know, he took out that one unit and had them all skinned alive, hanging upside down. And then, of course, he took out Arnold Schwarzenegger's unit, except for Arnold himself. He killed all the rest of them except for him. So this guy is pretty bad right here. I mean, that's the reason why I think he's tougher than the others, than the feral predator. Now, once again, I haven't seen that one, so don't know, you know. So
he ain't taken out an Urn Berserker then.
No, hadn't taken out any Urn Berserker. That's right. But this guy here, I think, from what I've read about this too, is that this is the dominant species. I mean, when I say dominant, I don't mean they're stronger than others, but there are more of these critters than there are the others. You know, I mean, certainly there are a couple other predators we're going to go over here that are stronger and better fighters than these guys. But the sheer numbers of these guys, I think, from what I've read, they outnumber all the other species. So they're going to be more predominant, I think. So anyway, with this guy, though, he was, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was able to take him out, you know, and of course, I say take him out. He actually had him beat, but it's like Dizzy said, he self-destructed, you know, by activating that weapon that I guess it was like a tactical nuke, I guess, that he had on his wrist and on his arm.
Kind of, yeah.
But you know, this character Dutch here actually had him beat. You know, he did You know, he was a mess after that big old tree log fell on him, I guess. But from that trap, you know, that he set for him. But
it was a snare. He used the fallen log, the leverage to pull the other guy up.
Yeah, but see, the predator got smart. He thought, you know, okay, he wants me to go through this hole right here so he can pull me into these spikes, you know. But he went around, but he didn't know that log was over his head, you know. So I guess that's what happened to him there, you know. But this guy did win. He did beat this predator, you know, and he was certainly in the movie. He's an elite special forces kind of soldier, you know, and it took him after, you know, all of those other soldiers couldn't kill him. It took him to do this, you know. Once he figured him out, you know, figured out what he was and stuff like that, he was able to beat him.
Do you reckon the reason, I think one of the reasons why he beat him was because he worked out that he couldn't see him when he had the mud on him? So
yeah,
do you reckon like Alita would have that kind of stuff because she's a cyborg? She wouldn't have that, except for a brain, but she'd be cold. No warm shit in there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, unless her systems gave off some kind of ambient heat, you know.
Maybe she used the flames.
I mean, in the manga series, I mean, Chaos and his thermal imaging show that she lights up, much like a regular human being does. So I don't know.
And also, she's got that plasma weapon, so that's certainly going to show up. You know.
Yeah, I kind of figured she'd probably emit quite a bit of heat. I mean, if she's got power systems in her as powerful as they say in the movie, then that's a lot of energy running through her body.
Yeah.
Her heart must glow pretty bright on the thermal thing.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Now they may have some kind of superconducting cooling systems in her and stuff like that may dissipate or maybe kind of control that heat. So we don't know, you know.
Well, there's no doubt got some cooling systems. He might even have a little bit of infrared baffling.
Yes.
And the suits that they wore, the sort of space suits, the combat suits, might also help mitigate their heat signature as well.
Yeah, because they wouldn't want to be visible to their enemies, you know,
no.
through infrared. Yeah. So, you know, and that same thing would apply to this guy right here, I think.
Maybe she's too hot for the mud.
Well, she definitely has
too hot in general.
Yeah, she's got that. Hey, you got that uwu right there, Angelus.
Yeah, that'll light up his radar map big time.
Yeah. Yeah, we want that. See where that antenna gets pointed at, huh? But anyway,
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy, I think is in my opinion, not having seen the Prey movie, so I'm kind of speaking a little bit out of school here, but my sense is that this particular predator right here, this type of predator, is probably a better fighter than the feral predator. Now, I might be wrong, and I might change my mind when I see the movie, because that feral predator did take out that bear. That's for sure. That'd be quite a feat for a regular human to do, you know, like that. And that bear was big too. That bear was probably 600 or 800 pounds. So, you know, I mean, that's a big feat right there, I think. So what do you guys think? Any other thoughts about the jungle hunter?
Not really. I don't really know what that is.
More formidable than the other one, certainly. I mean, he's certainly more intelligent.
Yeah, I think so.
Such a dodgy name, the Jungle Hunter.
Well, that's what it was on the internet. Yeah, and you know how things are on the internet, Diz.
Well, Google search Jungle Hunter and see what comes up.
Well, what I did, I put Predator Jungle Hunter.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. So it kind of narrowed it down a little bit, you know. So anyway, I think Alita would take this character. I think she could. I mean, it would be maybe a little tougher fight than against the feral predator, but I think she's just way too fast. Unless once again this guy gets the drop on her, then he's not going to be able to contend with her speed. I think she's a lot stronger than he is. I mean, certainly she can, probably lift more than him or whatever, but I just think, my opinion, I think the odds are in her favor unless he gets a drop on her.
Same.
What do you think, Lee?
I think for any of the predators, really, it's going to matter whether or not they're prepared to hunt her. If they aren't, they're not going to have any real advantage over her at all.
No.
Unless they get really lucky, she's going to stomp on them.
Yeah.
I think that it's possible they could, because she's quite a normal girl, she'd be going about her business like normal. She wouldn't be expecting a predator to come watching her from a treetop invisible. So they could easily watch her for a while. They could easily watch her for a while, see what her body's capable of, and then plan accordingly. So
that is creepy, man.
Well, he's a predator, isn't he? So.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I'm just Destiny Nova. I'm just saying Destiny Nova because Destiny Nova could present himself as harmless to them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'd be curious about them.
I wonder if Destiny Nova could take over the Predator and use him to kill Alita.
Oh, blue eyes.
He'd probably get him a special weapon and see what would happen.
Yeah, that's what he would
do. Or
do.
take a dead Predator and mechanize him.
Yeah, his modus operandi would be, all right, I got this Predator I've just augmented here. Let's see how Alita handles this. That'd be his approach, I think,
A bit of armor, strength enhancement, maybe speed up the reflexes.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if he could do much better than on technology, because these creatures right here are able to do interstellar space flight. So they've got
energy weapons too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure he could improve on their technology. He could do something with their, DNA or genetics, because there is one of these predators we're going to talk about in a little bit that is a genetically engineered predator. That would be more, I think, where, Destiny Nova would probably, that would fit more like what his operation would be. He would get a hold of one of these creatures and then augment them somehow, maybe even augment them with nano machines of some kind, augment some of their technology perhaps, and say, okay, let's see how Alita does against this. Like an experiment with him is what it would be. That said, I still think Alita, if all things were even, now not if this guy gets a drop on her, studies her or whatever, like we said, and she's just kind of minding her own business, not aware of any predators. Of course, the advantage could go swing either way. But if these two both knew each other and they're squared off against each other, Alita's going to win, because she's much faster than he is. She's stronger than he is, and she's got better reflexes than he has. And actually, she's a better fighter than he is, because we saw in that first Predator movie, this character Dutch, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was able to hit him, a few times, but it didn't have much of an effect on him, but he was able to at least fight him to a degree. I think if he got into a fight with Alita like that, Alita would crush him. All she'd have to do is ignite that plasma weapon and hit him with it, and that'd be the end of the fight, so, and she's fast. Yep. So he's not going to be able to overcome that,
Or she might just smile and then his heart would melt and Predator would be a new man.
well, first of all, body, he's not a man, so he might.
What is he? He's male or female, isn't he? Are there female predators?
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
So he is a man. He's a penis, right?
Well, how else are there more predators? They've got to reproduce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they do it by mitosis there, Disney. Yeah.
I'm assuming that the predators are part of some kind of gender segregated Amazon type society where the women are in charge back on their homeworld or something.
Yeah,
and
that was my understanding. Some of the novelizations they mentioned.
Well, the video games, but I don't think the video games are canon.
Well, I was talking about the novelizations and stuff.
Oh, because in the video game Alien vs. Predator, the females are like huge, way bigger than the male, and you go out and hunt for them.
It's like a snoo situation.
Yes.
Yeah, in the novelization, it wasn't quite that big of a difference in size, but yeah, the females, according to a lot of the other backstories, the comics and the novelizations, was a good bit bigger, noticeably bigger than the males, and stronger.
But to all of your points, though, is that I know in American Indian culture, a lot of the Indian tribes during time of peace, the women are in charge, but during time of war, the men are in charge. So that's kind of the way it works, I think. So, and the women actually own; they're the ones that own the property and stuff like that too. So
sounds like a good life.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be all right with that. So anyway, I think Alita takes this guy if they're both aware of each other and one of them doesn't have the drop on the other. Certainly, if Alita gets a drop on this guy, he's going to last a fraction of a second, and probably the same would be true if he got the drop on her. But if they're both fighting each other, they see each other, they know they're there, and they're squared off. She's going to take him out easy, I think.
Yeah, he's got no chance.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Predator's technology would just scan Alita and go, fuck that, and then he'd just fly back away?
Nope.
If he was smart, he would. So.
Take one look at the Alita army. He says, nah, we're not good enough to take that on.
Except for Davo.
Exactly. He'll have us to deal with, not just Alita.
That's right. Kind of like that meme I saw where Loki says, I have an army. And Alita says, oh, that's cute.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Actually,
go ahead,
you probably take one look at all the wokeness in the world and just turn around and walk away. Or might do us a favor, you never know.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, what the hell's going on? He wouldn't think about it really. He's only here to hunt.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, we've got plenty for them to hunt.
Yeah.
Love to see Predator versus Mick Dundee, though.
Oh, geez.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I like that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, enough for this guy, I guess. Going into this one, now this is the Super Predator, is also known as the Berserker. Now this guy was in
Predator.
Yeah.
There's his cape.
Yeah. I don't see an insignia on his chest either.
And he's not wearing pants. Well, I don't know about that.
Well, that looks like he's wearing something. I'm not sure. He must have something down there because he's got what looks like a loincloth over it. So anyway, oh yeah, this stream's gone to hell already. Anyway, but anyway, this guy right here is also called a berserker. So not to be confused with Alita as a berserker, But he was in the movie Predators with Adrian Brody, and he was the baddest ass of all of the predators that were in that movie. The way that movie was they kind of captured these various kind of military guys, fighters, even criminals, there was, various types. And they hunted them, and that's, I think this was, I can't remember if it was you, Lee, that said that they have dogs, or that might have been you, Chaos. But anyway, they were truly hunting these humans, but the big difference is the humans are armed. So, So, and they kind of figure them out, you know. So, but this guy was the baddest ass, and I guess they had one of the other predators, one of the jungle hunters, I guess, was tied to that tree of some kind, and you know, that jungle hunter got in a fight with this super predator, and you know, the super predator ended up killing him, you know. So he had no compunction but to kill one of his own, I guess. By the way, he's also another subspecies of these yanchas, or yauchas, rather, is what they're called. And, you know, he was in command, I think. I think he was in charge of that camp there in that movie. Now, he is still a flesh and blood creature. And we do know that Adrian Brody himself, and that was he played, I can't remember his name in the movie, but he got in a fight with this particular super predator. And I guess the super predator was about to kill him, and then I think this one of the other soldiers, which was a woman, they ended up shooting him, you know, and it kind of distracted him to the point to where Adrian Brody then took him out, you know, and you know, and that was kind of that, you know. So you know, there's Adrian Brody standing over him, ready to kill him with that whatever that weapon he has, and all this was on an alien planet. You know, where they had captured all those fighters. One was from the Russian Spetsnaz.
Which movie is this?
Predators.
This is the Rodriguez one.
Yeah, the Rodriguez movie.
I've not seen this one yet. I need to watch it. Rodriguez is always entertaining.
Oh, it's a good movie.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of this movie.
Also, I'm trying to remember. It was there was Danny Trejo and what was the other guy?
Trejo. Well, Mahershala Ali was in this movie too.
Yeah, he was.
He was buff in that movie too. He is big.
Mahershala Ali's in it as well. That's sick.
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, they had a couple of folks in there that were in Alita. You know, I guess, you know, Lawrence Fishburne was in it too.
Wow,
you know?
Stacked.
Yeah. So they and he played kind of a crazy guy, you know, but and I can't remember the name of the woman that was in it. She's been in some other movies.
Alice Braga.
Yeah. There you go.
Who?
And
She was also in I Am Legend as well.
yeah. That's
I
right.
never saw that.
And just to quickly expand on what Creaky said, they didn't just go after warriors. The Predators specifically kidnapped and airdropped human hunters.
Yeah.
And they didn't just go after a specific type of hunters. They just went up against any kind of, like any sort of, you know, no pun intended, predator in the human world. Whether it be a predator from the Sierra Leone, which was Mahershala Ali's character, whether it was a predator like a prisoner, because, you know, they prey on the weak, you know, the strong rule over the weak in prisons. Then you got the Mexican cartel, which is obviously Danny Trejo's character.
Yep.
And then you got your military, you know, predator, so to speak. And then the one that Topher Grace, I believe his name was, played, and he was like a psychopathic serial killer sort of.
He was a doctor who became a serial killer. And worse.
Yeah, he was a doctor. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of
And he knew some botany too, I think, because he told that one guy, "Don't touch those needles. You know, they'll kill you instantly." You know, or something like that. It was the thing that looked like a flower, I think. You know. So anyway, another thing about this movie too, there was a guy that was in the I guess it was a guy that was in the Yakuza, which is kind of the Japanese mafia, I guess. And he had a, what do they call them damn things, a katana sword, you know, and he fought one of those jungle hunters, and he killed the jungle. They killed each other, actually, is what they did. And so he was able to fight one of those predators on even terms, you know, and they of course both the Predator and the Japanese Yakuza guy, they both they killed each other. So
they both died. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty cool scene too. I like that, you know. But I think if Alita was to fight a super predator, and of course neither one of them had a drop on the other one, like I said, they were just fighting each other, opposed one-on-one. Alita's going to take this guy out fast. I mean, it's going to be about as fast as she'd take out a jungle hunter, because he's strong. He's stronger than a jungle hunter. He's you know, certainly he's got some pretty good technologies. He's got one of those plasma cannons on his shoulder, but he is not. He's not fast like Alita is. He doesn't have those reflexes like she does, and he's not as strong as she is. And she's going to take him out. I mean, it's going to be about like the same way she took out Grewishka. Now I don't know how durable that metal is on his head. You know, whether it could resist the Damascus blade or not.
Well, what we do know from the Predator films is that at least the claw weapons that the Predators have are resistant to corrosion from, like, say, acid, and they're from some kind of alloy that is not found on Earth.
Yeah. So it might be similar to like adamantium, say, or vibranium.
Yeah, that's a way to think of it.
Yeah, it's not that, of course. It's a different universe. But, you know, I think the Damascus blade with the plasma activated around it, enveloping it, I think would still cut through it, you know. Maybe not on the first whack, but on the second or third or fourth whack is going to cut through it, you know, because plasma is hot as hell. So, you know, and it's probably going to be a combination.
Well, right. Although heated metal has a less tensile strength than when it's cool.
Yeah. But
she wouldn't have to go for the head.
That's how the alloy works.
Well, she wouldn't have to go for his head, because a couple of things she could do is, like, she could cut his arm off.
Run into the chest.
Yeah, run it through his chest, or she could even cut that plasma weapon off a plasma cannon off his shoulder, you know. She's going to be that fast. She can do it. You know,
she can punch him because the shock, even if nothing breaks, the vibration will travel through you.
Yeah.
I mean, someone actually pointed that out, that, you know, being like Wolverine or someone with invulnerable bones would actually stink, because you could probably be very susceptible to a concussion, because even if the bones don't break, you'd still have vibrations from the impact traveling through your body. And having bones actually break would make you less conducive to vibrations running through you.
Well, plus that, if she also activates that plasma weapon and kind of puts the old, you know, double whammy on him, you know, the vibration and the plasma, he's done. You know, he's not, especially if she hits him in one of those flesh exposed areas, he's done. You know, he's not going to win, you know.
I'm kind of inclined to think she'll just kick him really hard.
That could be. And once again, she's much stronger than he is. I mean, you know, people that have seen the movie I've talked to, you know, they still think of her as a little girl, you know, but they forget she's a cyborg. She's not a little girl, you know. So they kind of forget about that. I guess some folks do, you know. So he's not fighting a little girl. This guy here, he's not going to fight a little girl. He's going to be fighting a killing machine. That's got some, you know, that's armed with a plasma weapon, you know. So that's
her cute face will give him a false sense of security.
Possibly, you know, he might look at her and say, oh, like most of her opponents seem to do. They look at her and they kind of underestimate her, and then that's
exactly. That's kind of like Prey. That's what happened in Prey. He underestimated her because she was just a little girl, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, a strong woman.
Yes, but anyway, I got to see that movie. Don't spoil it too much more. So anyway, that's the Super Predator, and I think he only shows up in the
Super Predator, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, only in the movie Predators. Now, I don't know if he was in any of the other Predator movies or not. don't recall him being in any of the other Predator movies that I saw. You know, he could have been. You know,
they all just seem the same to me. Is that racist against predators? I don't know.
You mean racist against Yautjas?
Against what?
They're called Yautjas.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. That's the species name.
Yautja is
I
like
thought the species was called predators.
No, that's just what they're. That's kind of like.
Who called them Yautjas?
Oh gosh!
Someone who got hit by them and went youch.
Stupid scientists.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, the fugitive predator. Now this guy, I only saw some pieces of this movie. I know it had the woman who played.
Which movie is this? Sorry.
I can't remember. I think this was in the movie Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Oh God!
That was that's Scar in Requiem. First versus Predator, he got eaten by he became a host for an alien.
Yeah,
a new alien hybrid.
No, this guy right here. He's not a alien predator hybrid. What he is
he's Scar. He's the one that was sent to clean up the alien mess.
Well, this guy right here has got human DNA in him.
Oh, so the Predator from 2018.
Yeah, the Predator. That's right. Not Alien versus Predator. Yeah, the Predator. That's right.
How to get human DNA?
I don't know.
They spliced it into him.
I don't know. Maybe his mama liked humans. I don't know. I guess I don't know, Dizzy. But I think he was a result of an experiment. But I didn't see the Predator. I only saw little pieces of it. It's got that woman that played in X-Men Apocalypse. She played Olivia Munn. Yeah, she played Psylocke. She was in this movie. She was a scientist, one of the scientists, I think, that genetically engineered this guy. I think, but that's
wasn't she in the one before Prey? Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn? No, I don't think so.
The Predator 2018, directed by Shane Black, the one I don't like to talk about. It's a joke.
The one before Prey, yeah?
Yes.
I thought she was a scientist. Yeah, she wasn't too bad.
No, she's actually pretty good, in my opinion.
She's all right.
Yeah. She's not Alita, but she's pretty good.
Nobody's Rosa Salazar.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, this guy, and I don't know much about this guy, but my feeling is with him, and from what I've read, he's not as strong, he's not as good a fighter or whatever, a hunter, as some of the other predators, like the jungle hunter as an example, or the super predator. He's still pretty badass. I mean, he's going to be tougher than any human, that's for sure.
I love all the research you put into this, Creepy. Like, differentiate between all the predators, and to me, they're just all one thing. The predator.
Well, you know, I guess the internet will tell us many things.
Yeah, you can get all this pretty quickly, can't you?
How do you reckon he would go against the Mountain off Game of Thrones?
Oh, the
Mountain.
what?
The Mountain. If the Mountain was wearing the same shit as him.
You mean Thor? What's his name? Thor something. His nickname's Thor.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
No, not that Thor. It's like Thor Bjornsson or something like that. I can't remember his name. He's a strongman and powerlifter competitor.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah, and he actually recently had a boxing match with Eddie Hall, and he's not. You know, they call him the Mountain because he's huge. He was freaking huge, but you should see him now, Dizzy. That guy is cut. Man, that guy is a bodybuilder type guy now. He's not huge like he was, you know, in terms of being the Mountain, you know. he's ripped, is what he is. You know, he and Eddie Hall both got ripped for that fight, you know. So, you know, both of them were kind of bordering on maybe the obese side a little bit, you know. Not to say they weren't strong as hell. They were, you know. I need to schedule a like fight with a critic, and then that'll give me the incentive to get ripped myself. Well, lift some weights, Waddy.
Chocolate.
Lift some weights. Yeah. Lift some weights and do some roids. No, don't do roids.
I'll just lift this beer instead.
Don't do roids. Do creatine. You can do that. Yeah, that's good. So, but anyway, I think if Alita fought this guy, now I don't have much about this guy that I can put up there, but he's not as strong as the Jungle Hunter or the Super Predator, you know, and I don't even think he's as strong as the Feral Predator. So I think Alita is going to have even less trouble with this guy. Now, I do think he has available to him technology that the Feral Predator may not have had. Now,
which one's the Feral Predator from?
That's from the movie Prey.
Oh, the Feral Predator is the one from Prey. Okay.
Yeah. But this guy, I think Alita would take him out pretty quick. I think he would, you know, I don't think he would be, she would take him out about as fast as she'd take out the Feral Predator. You know, not to say he's not badass, but up against a total replacement cyborg armed with a plasma weapon who can run near Mach 7, he's not going to have a chance. So that's just the way this one goes, you know. Did anybody see that movie, The Predator?
Yes.
Oh,
I've seen all of them.
Which one's that? There's so many. I don't know which one's which.
The 2018 Predator.
Yeah, I saw that one. The one with all the like dumb humor and stuff. With the guy from SNL. What's his name?
Oh gosh, yeah.
It also had Thomas Jane in it as well.
I don't know.
Yeah, Thomas Jane. Yeah, he played the Punisher in that 2005 movie, which was a pretty good movie. It had John Travolta in it too.
Yeah, I saw that Predator. That was the one with the dogs, right? The Predator dogs.
No.
No?
No,
that not Predators.
That's Predators.
It did have.
I think Blottie's.
It did have dogs.
What year did that one come out? The one with the Predator dogs and the guy from SNL.
Oh gosh, that was 2014, I guess.
No, it can't be. No, you're getting mixed up now.
Maybe so. I've seen
Robert Rodriguez one with the dogs, and that was about 2017-18, wasn't it?
No, I'm sure there was some kind of like doggy things in the one I saw.
Yeah, that was.
They were in the bush running away from it.
That was that was Predators.
That was the one with Olivia Munn, right?
No, yeah. They had
no.
Whatever, Olivia Munn. They're all a bunch of products anyway.
Olivia Munn was in this one. This was the Predator. She was.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of.
It did have a dog-like creature.
Yeah. There were probably more prolific dogs in the older one. That's getting that people are confused with.
That you're confused with.
So I think Alita's going to take this guy out pretty fast. Probably easier than any of the others. Anybody else want to offer any more confusing analysis?
Looks like he can fit a lot of chocolate in his mouth.
Yeah.
Be friends with Alita. Go on a chocolate binge instead of fighting. Has anyone tried to be friends with the Predator? Maybe that's just the problem.
Yeah, Aliens vs Predator, they teamed up with the humans to beat the aliens.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did they show them
the nod, and then old mate gave him a weapon or something, wasn't it, or a trophy, and he fucked off.
But they haven't tried giving them chocolate or like caviar or something.
Mate. Imagine that.
See, Alita would probably try that
with his legs crossed. How
well, in that movie, Alien versus Predator, one of those. I guess they were like a jungle hunter fought with that woman against that big queen alien.
Right.
Yeah.
They froze they had the queen in some kind of frozen thing, and they fought her out to do the hunt.
Yeah. And she ended up getting snared by a kind of some.
Well, no, the lady threw a chain around the alien queen's neck, and then the whole water tower attached to the chain dragged her to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that's right. Where it'd probably be crushed by the sheer pressure, I guess, and probably freeze to death on top of that. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah, they have, but Vladi, they have been an alliance between a predator and a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, like.
Yeah, that was 2017. I think you're right, Dizzy. I think that's when that came out.
Alien versus Predator. That was 2004 is the first one, and Requiem was 2007.
Okay, God, I can't keep my dates straight.
The fugitive predator looks like he has some like pretty strong armor going on for him.
Yeah, he does. He does.
His arms look a bit exposed, though. Probably do with some stuff covering his biceps.
And I don't know if that armor would resist the Damascus blade.
Oh no, definitely not. Cut through that like butter.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Poor predators, though. Their mouths are so ugly.
Yeah. Well, here's another one. The ultimate predator.
This is the Jeffrey Epstein of predators.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. This guy right here has been genetically engineered to be, like it says, the ultimate predator.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know much about this one. I don't even know what movie this guy showed up in.
Then why is he here?
I don't know. He looked pretty cool. That's why I put him in here.
What's he from then? He must be from something.
Well, he's from one of the movies, but I'm not sure which one.
He's from Creaky's Dreams.
No, Creaky doesn't dream about predators. Well, not these kind of predators anyway.
Hang on, let me check that.
Angelus is going to do Ask Dr. Google.
Doesn't have any armor.
Professor
Google. I told you I've seen all of them. Yeah, that's the Super Predator from the Shane Black one.
Oh, so this is from the movie The Predator then.
Correct.
Okay.
And he's the one, and he was the one that was genetically enhanced.
Yes.
By the predators themselves.
Yeah. And didn't he kill 2 or 3 of those regular predators, or?
Yeah.
He didn't play well with others.
He's bigger. He's trying to pick another one up and throw it. And he's like, okay.
Now here, I think Alita would take him too. I think certainly he's still flesh and blood, so she's going to be able to. I mean, he can put armor on.
What's so special about this ultimate predator, though?
Well, he's been genetically enhanced, and
you said that already.
maybe he's got some. Maybe he's got some bigger muscles, I guess.
He looks pretty similar, to be honest.
Which we won't talk about.
Well, the typical predator is like 7 to 8 feet. This guy's 9.5.
Ooh.
So he's even bigger than the super predator.
The big boy.
From before, right? I mean, this guy right here is not that guy, but this one, right?
Yes.
It's not that guy, but it's the.
I wonder how big would the super ultimate predator be? Probably like 12 feet high.
Yeah. He'd be like 12 feet high, way above.
Then there's the ultra instinct predator, the super saiyan predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to keep milking the predator IP.
Yeah, that's right.
Predators forever.
And the super ultimate predator, like Dizzy would probably say, would have a cape and a suit where he can fly.
Yeah, and a catchphrase.
And he'd be vulnerable to kryptonite. So, so what? Angelus, you saw him in this in the movie The Predator. What do you think? Alita would take this guy?
Oh, easy, yes. Because the predator, like, he's just all brawn and no brain sort of thing, and Alita can subvert that brawn like easily.
Now, how strong is
He's a dumb big guy, basically. Is that right?
Yeah,
He doesn't really have any intelligence. He's basically a child.
Yeah, so Alita would easily kill him.
Well, now it looks like his muscles are covered by some kind of carapace of some kind, like a crab would have on him. You know, does that right, Angelus?
Yeah, I mean, the predators themselves are some kind of reptilian and crustacean type species. I mean, you can see the mandibles and the kind of scaly skin.
Yeah, they do remind me of a crab.
And it seems pretty strongly implied that they're carnivorous as well.
Yeah,
I feel bad for them. They're so ugly.
I guess they were built that way.
Alita would probably sympathize with them and be like,
well, she probably would. No, but that's a good point, Bloody. She probably would, like she did with Makaku. You know, she probably would sympathize with him before she killed him. You know, she probably would. You know, but
she'd give him a chance.
Yeah,
but then he obviously wouldn't take it because he's too stupid, and then she'd cut him in half.
Yeah,
sorry.
So anyway, that's all I know about the Ultimate Predator. That's it.
Are there any more Predators?
No.
Oh, that's the last one.
Yeah,
damn it.
There's the hybrid Predator with the alien.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't pick the alien.
Yeah, interesting, though. I mean, aliens are large in number, and they've got the alien queen.
Well,
that's
they've got a high
acid. They can spit acid
hierarchy
too.
Yeah, all the alien acid just burn through her.
Well, they can spit it too, they don't just bleed it.
Yeah, I think she'd still be too fast, though. I mean, if
I see most versions of Alita as killing maybe a few of the aliens before she gets all, because the acid does take some time to corrode, so it would be suicidal. But I think she'd kill quite a few before she's done.
Yeah.
They'd have to soak her in acid for it to work. She could just brush it off.
Well, that's what happens from her breaking apart. Her just killing to get her sprayed, and then maybe a few might spit at her.
Yeah.
But I think enough plasma attacks could kill at least quite a number of them, though.
I think she'd definitely kill this guy. Well, I don't have the what's called the Pred alien, the one that's a mixed cross between a predator and an alien. I don't have that. I don't have the mutated predator. That's the one that has some kind of genetic anomaly in it or something. I don't know what movie that was from. And I don't have what's called the proto predator, which would be like an ancestor to these other predators, you know, way back when. So I didn't put that guy in there either. So anyway, guys, this is kind of what I thought. I think Alita has superior strength to all of them. I think she's faster and got, you know, much faster reflexes than all of them. I think she has superior fighting skills to all of them, not to mention the fact she's armed with that plasma weapon. Now, predators can, if they have the technology, they can go, they can achieve practical invisibility, but I think she would still be able to make out their outline. You know, it would look like some kind of translucent bubble of some kind.
Don't forget her big Martian eyes. She can probably like detect him even clearer than human eyes.
Yeah, that's right. You know, well, she does have a superior fighting skill, that's for sure. Now, the predator, I think any predator, or at least some of the predators, would have superior weapons to her, like that plasma cannon is a superior weapon. They do a lot of other edge weapons, which wouldn't be superior to her Damascus blade, but I think they would be mostly ineffective against her if they were both fighting each other. They knew they were fighting, not one getting a drop on the other, but because I just think she's too fast. I think she would be able to, you know, they could shoot that plasma cannon at her and she could just get out of the way of it, kind of like she did that bullet. You know, I mean, she could just dodge it and just carve them up. You know, I think is what she'd do, kind of like she did those Centurions. You know, all those Centurions firing all those bullets at her, missing her, and she's carving them up. I think the same thing would happen here, is what I think, because she's just way too fast, you know. So, in my opinion, I think Alita wins against any of them.
I agree with your conclusions.
I think everyone does.
Well, I didn't try to come up with any kind of probabilities here, because I just thought, well, she's gonna pretty easily beat all of them. You know, now I think probably maybe the Super Predator is going to be hard. Could be a tough fight. You know,
but whatever Predator it is, Super Predator, Ultimate Predator, Super Massive Extra Special Predator, her machine body, berserker body would just be able to destroy it relatively easily.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think I just need to get the Image Comics character list as a file and send it to you guys. I think that'd be a little more interesting.
Yeah. Well, you know, that might be a good topic for a future stream. You know, how would Alita fit in in the Image Comics universe, you know, with the Omni-Man and Invincible
Guardians. There's old and new Guardians.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, she'd fit.
Robot, Explode, Adam Eve, Monster Girl.
Yeah. I think she'd fit well with all that, just like she would in the Justice League or in the Avengers. I think she would pull her own weight, as they would say. Of course, Hugo couldn't pick her up, so he couldn't pull her weight. So anyway. So anyway, guys, that's what the Creek has here. Alita wins. Alita wins over all of them. And I think even if we were to look at the Pred Alien, that might be a tough fight, because it's kind of like y'all were saying, that critter there could spit acid at her. You know, I still think she's so fast she could get out of the way, but you know, that could be a problem, you know. But I think she would take any Predator. You know, I just, if she knew they were there, you know, that's probably a 90% probability of taking out all of them, you know, or any one of them.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. What do you think, Lottie or Dizzy or Angelus?
Yeah, she's just too powerful. The Predator's got at the end, he's just a meat boy like any other human, really, just a little bit stronger.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, if she was in her Imaginos body, it wouldn't be a fight at all. It'd just be something she had to do and then go.
Right, unless Dusty Nova did something about it all.
Yeah.
Gave the Predators collapse rounds.
Yeah. I don't know. The Predators might kill Dusty Nova.
But Dusty Nova looks like an elderly guy, and he probably wouldn't point a gun at him. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, I mean, they certainly have a thing against killing little children, or old people. Because in Alien vs. Predator, I know it's not really canon, but the Bishop, the founder of the company, Charles Bishop, he was just like, the Predator saw that the guy was sick with cancer, and he's just like, and he was old too, and it's like, I'm not going to mess with you. He didn't mess with him until he made an improvised flamethrower, and the Predator just slammed him really hard and killed him.
Well, that's because he was a threat at that point, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, but I think if Arnold Schwarzenegger's character can beat a Predator, I think if Danny Glover's character can beat a Predator, or Adrian Brody's character can beat a Predator, Alita definitely can beat a Predator. There's no doubt about it, because all those three are meat boys themselves, you know, and they don't have the speed and strength that Alita has, and it's just going to be Well, it's not going to be a fight, really. I don't think.
Alita's smarter, she's stronger, and she's more beautiful than all those guys.
Well, I guess she's got the power of Uwu, so maybe that would help.
Exactly. So it was Uwu, and then the Predator will collapse and run away.
Yeah, Predator said, "Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and meet my maker here. I get this real pretty cyborg in front of me. I'm not going to even fight."
Exactly. There's no point. Go back to your planet.
Resistance is futile. Yes.
Against the Uwu.
That's right. Okay, guys. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. And like I said, I haven't seen that many Predator movies. There's so many.
Might need to come up to speed there, mate.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll make like 50 more now after Prey did pretty good.
Wasn't there a TV series too they're bringing out, or was that Aliens?
That was Aliens, I think.
Yeah, they're doing an Alien show, aren't they? God. Disney forever milking their like IP that have been already milked to beyond dry.
You know, I wish I was a trillionaire. That way I'd buy Disney and I'd say, okay, now we're going to do a sequel.
Yeah, what is Elon Musk even doing? Why doesn't he just buy Alita from them?
I don't know.
I think
he's too busy fighting over Twitter.
Fighting over Twitter and trying to go to Mars, I guess.
Should just join the Alita army and forget everything else.
I don't know. That guy's the richest man in the world. He must be doing something right.
Well, supposedly, but
yeah,
it's all a bit mysterious. Top financial stuff.
So anyway, guys, as you can see, Alita loves her Uncle Creek. And there's that plasma weapon to back it up, too. Oh, Jesus. And definitely, here's our queen right here, Rosa.
I love that picture with the chandelier behind her, giving her the crown of lights.
Yes. Yeah, Rosa's great, man. She's a great actress.
I wish she'd come back to Instagram. I'm hoping she'll come back once she's finished filming her movie, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, she used to have
a Alita sequel movie.
No,
well, didn't she?
She's filming right now.
Yeah, but didn't she also have? She had a Twitter account and she had a Facebook account at one point. I think.
Did she have Facebook? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, she dropped all three of them. You know.
Yeah. Bloody.
Well, she does. Fans. She does have a public figure Facebook account that I guess some of her agents run. I guess you know.
Does she? I didn't know that. Does she really? What's the? It's official, is it? Does she have a Facebook account? I don't think so.
Well, it's not a personal account. It's what's called a public figure account. You just type just do a search on Rosa Salazar, and you'll see it. You'll get several hits because a lot of people are using, her name in their own, in groups and stuff like that. But you'll see one that says public figure. That's her. But I don't think she even gets on that. She may get on it from time to time. I don't know, but I think mostly her agents probably run.
I don't know anything about that Facebook account. As far as I know, she doesn't have any social media right now.
Well, I do know that I'm pretty sure she has a Facebook account that she doesn't really get on. So,
she did have a Twitter account, but then apparently Major and her fans were like, "Oh, why does she have short hair?" And they harassed her. And so weird. It's a shame because there was so much love for her on Twitter when the Alita movie came out. But then it was also probably good because she probably wanted to stay out of the whole rivalry with Captain Marvel and stuff. So
well, not just that. It's just that I don't know how to say it. Things can get really amplified one way or another, and sometimes it just pays to be neutral. I mean, this goes back to what Creek advised me earlier, and I finally decided to listen. You represent a brand, and so just try to stay out of a lot of the stupid arguments. And I decided to, or at least eventually just said, yes, I'll do that. Thanks, Creek. You're right.
Well, that's Well, that's the whole thing. Some of these people on Twitter are dumbasses anyway. So I mean, and on
it's just like fighting with the pig. Pig is money.
I mean, why would you get down on Rosa for having short hair? Who gives a shit?
Because they're fucking idiots. That's why.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, come on, guys. If the source material has her with long hair, maybe the fans have a point. But at the same time, you don't want to like leave Rosa Salazar alone. It's not her problem.
Well, the thing of it is, they can always put hair extensions on her too, if that's the problem. So
yeah, use Face App if you're that annoyed.
Yeah,
give her long hair with Face App.
I mean, it's stupid to me, but you know, hey.
Obviously, yeah, you should never like anything that the film has. You should never attack the actors because it's none of their fault.
Well, nah, it's just what they're doing for the movie. It's like Christian Bale when he was doing, what was it, The Machinist or whatever it was. Dude turned into a bloody skeleton.
Yeah,
it's just what he had to do for the movie. Same as Old Love with the short hair. Just is what it was.
Yeah, and plus Rosa looked great with short hair. I love her pixie haircut.
Yeah. Oh well.
Then you get all the actors that attack fans. But
yeah, but let's not get into that. Rosa hasn't done that. She's all good.
Yeah.
Rosa is.
Yeah, I tell you, well, Rosa's #1 in the Creek's book in terms of being an actor, and I'll tell you, like I always
it's better that she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I think so. And it certainly doesn't hurt that she's pretty either. So, you know, that's just the way it works. So, and if some of these dumbasses can't handle this, well, that's not our problem. So anyway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the sequel if she comes back to social media and stuff.
Well, let's say they get a sequel and they get the series going. Then we got some anime going, updated anime, not the one we got now, which is not bad.
That's no sign.
But, you know, get all this good stuff going, you know.
We'll see. Hopefully by the next Alita anniversary, we'll hear something.
I hope.
We'll be here fighting for her.
It'd be neat if it was on Alita Day, wouldn't it?
Well, that's a year away. I'm hoping for Alita anniversary.
On February 14th, I got you.
Because then Avatar 2 would have been out for a while. That would have made some money. But then that might be too soon after that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Some money. That thing's going like when you see the remastered Avatar and that 4-minute special at the end, your mind's going to be mush. It's just not going to be. It's going to be mush.
Yeah. I'm hoping we'll see. And literally the best film of all time could come out, but like the people are so like used to like MCU and stuff that they might even just not see it.
Hell with them.
Where's the advertising as well?
I know. What's Disney doing?
I think it started.
No, there's zero advertising. It's literally just going to be word of mouth. That's all we're going to get.
Well, the trailer is the only thing I've seen on it. So,
yeah.
Where have you seen the trailer?
The trailer for The Way of Water. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like the re-release isn't getting adverts anyway.
Well, the re-release isn't. No, that's right.
Maybe it should be shitty with what Cameron said. Remember, I'll do what I want.
They need to replace. They need to get rid of the head of marketing and replace them with me. I'll do a better job.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
Salary sacrifice. Like 99% of your salary towards the Alita sequel. Right, bud?
Well, maybe Creek will get $1 trillion and just buy
it. That guy really wants an Alita sequel.
That guy at Chaos Nova's house, that guy really wants a sequel.
Yeah. Where the fuck?
Yeah, I do.
All right, guys. Well, I think we just whooped on that horse all we can whoop on it. So anyway, I guess, Angelus, are you going to be the host tomorrow, or is that it, Maxie again?
Yes.
You're going to be the host. Cool. You want to tell us about this episode right here? Oh, Maxie's going to be the host. Okay.
No. Maxie's going to be wifed. I'll be hosting.
Oh, Maxie's wifed. Boy, that guy gets wifed a lot.
Who's hosting tomorrow?
And
See you,
jealous.
lady. See you, mate.
No, I'm not. I'm not on tomorrow.
Why not?
I'm not. I don't know all the characters. Is that Yushimi? What's the character's name on the thumbnail again? Yushimi or something?
No, Shamira.
Isn't that food?
Chimera. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten up
Do
to
you
that.
think I have read that part? I just forgot her name.
Give it another 6 months in Cameron time.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do the shower scene. That was so random. I was like reading it innocently, and suddenly it's Chimera's shower scene.
Well, anyway, the story.
I'm having bad thoughts. Let's close the stream.
No, we can't do it like that until I do the outros. Anyway, so but no,
You can't just have her looking at me like that and then not remind me of the shower scene.
Yeah, well.
Oh, very nice.
She is cute. I mean,
she's hella cute.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess Angelus is going to be the host. The Creaky will be there, but Starvellian will be managing the stream. So, do we have a guest on for that one, Angelus, or do you know?
I can't remember.
I'd have to go look at the show notes, I guess. So. Anyway, catch us tomorrow on the Radio Chaos stream when we talk about the top 5 characters we should focus on if we get a Alita series. So,
top 5 spin-offs.
That's right.
Disney just need to get on with it.
Yeah, they do.
Mandalorian and Boba Fett for Star Wars.
Oh, God, they suck so much.
Yeah.
No, Boba Fett didn't suck. It was all right.
No, I mean, yeah, Boba Fett was great, but Disney sucked.
Oh.
It didn't even give it a second season. It's ridiculous.
Yet.
Not yet.
Well, they should have announced it at Disney 23. They didn't announce anything good at Disney 23.
Yeah, they did. It was a never-ending story remake.
Oh, shut up. You're just trying to trigger me now.
Way to go, Disney. Way to get him cranked up.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, Jesus. All right, guys. I guess join us tomorrow for Radio Chaos. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess just to close things out here, why is this image here? Well, that image is there because I like it. And the Creek is running the stream. And to paraphrase Gawishka, I'm only here for our girl and the Alita Army. And of course, all of us in the Alita Army are only here for our girl. So with that said, I guess just like we do on the Radio Chaos stream, let's do the call to action. And that would be on my count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well,
those sequels,
baby.
All right, we'll see you next week on the Alita live stream and see you tomorrow on the Radio Chaos show.
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
What's up, Alita Army? This is Hot Toys Alita, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Alita live stream. Please join my Uncle Creek, Angelus, and our other guests for next week's show. Remember, I do not stand by in the presence of evil, and film those sequels, baby. See you next time.